the evening shift, and they're in this particular department, there was 5 individuals that were on that shift. So they looked into it a little bit, then they called the internal investigations, and they started a 2-year-long investigation on these 5 officers. People kept calling with emergencies, and the officers wouldn't show up. They started looking at all the reports, and something wasn't adding up. And so they put GPS trackers on them to find out exactly if they were where they said that they were going. And then they had little cameras, and they even had some PIs that would follow them in the crowd. And they found out that 2 of them, by the end of this, would be arrested and face criminal charges. Charges of neglect, charges of being derelict in their duty. In one particular case, there was a phone call because there was a child that had been left in a car, and it was so hot. And some passerby had seen this boy, and he was kind of wavering. And so they called the police. The police were supposed to come and maybe break the window and help this kid out. But while this call went out to this particular officer, he was on a rendezvous. He was meeting up with a mistress.
Wow.
He was at the mall on a bench making out with her. While the call's coming in. Child in distress. Child in a coma. Child passing out. And what is he doing? He's kissing his mistress. On another occasion, a call came into that same officer. They said there's a robbery in progress. It looks like it's just around the corner from where you are, but it wasn't. He had lied about his whereabouts, and he was sipping a latte with his mistress once again. Meanwhile, some kid's getting beat up and robbed. You see why he was arrested now, don't you? Because he had a badge, and he swore an oath. And he had a position. But he was too busy sipping his latte. He had a badge and a calling. But he was too busy trying to be pleasurable in things he shouldn't have been doing. And I hope to God that we wake up. And that we realize, if I'm not doing what God's called me to do, I'm going to lose a lot of honor like Barak. If I'm not ready for the call of God, I'm going to be like those knocking on the outside of that wall. If I'm not ready, I'm going to be like a Mesa that had a call and an opportunity, and I blew it. Let me pray for you this morning, friends. Call the worship team as we prepare.